It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Okay, so as y'all know, me and Joe been together for a couple of months or whatever. So when I first met, before I even get started, I'm not here to bash anybody, belittle anybody, or anything. I'm just here to honestly tell my truth. So when I first met Joe, everything was just fun. It was just perfect. He was loving, kind, caring. Everything was almost too good to be true. So I always looked for a flaw because ain't nobody perfect. Like we just never was made perfect. So I just knew it was a flaw somewhere, but I never could pinpoint my finger on it. Okay, so his baby mama, well, I always tip. First of all, Joe, I asked Joe how many kids he had. Joe told me he had 4 kids. And I know him and his baby mama went to prison. They both went to prison with the first baby, so they lost custody of the first baby. So I was aware that he had 3 kids, 3 more kids with her. Okay, so during the time me and Joe was dating, I found out he had another baby that lived in Conway. And we live in Little Rock, that's like 30 minutes away. So when I first heard about it, I asked him. He didn't want to tell me. I'm like, why you didn't tell me about a whole nother baby? He was like, because I didn't want to run you off. Keep in mind, the little girl like 8 years old. So I'm like, that wouldn't have ran me off. I'm like, Joe, is there anything else you have to tell me? Like, literally anything else you have to tell me? Like, no, that's it. Whoop the whoop. So I'm like, well, let's go get her. Let's go see her. He was like, he can't get her because she lived with her mama, the baby mama, or something like that. So with me being me, a grown woman, I'm like, you got a whole nother baby that you don't see. Let's get her. He like, we can't get her because whoop the whoop. So I'm steady putting pressure on her. Come to find out, it's easy to get her. She do live with her granny, but every time we call the granny or I contact the granny, she sent her like this. I'm talking about like this with the snap of her fingers. Like you can get her. You didn't want to get her, but his baby mama with the youngest kids, the only one I was aware of, told me he don't deal with his kids. You will see. But of course, if you around my kids every day, I would like to see you with your kids too. He was telling me the baby mama ain't gonna let him get his kids, which is true because we did go through some things with the baby mama where he could see the kids. Y'all, come to find out, he got another baby that's 10 years old. The baby mama reached out to me on Facebook and say he ain't seen his baby in 7 years. 7 years? And I'm sorry, I'm just brutally honest, y'all. I don't pretend like I'm happy if I'm not. I don't pretend like I don't do that. I don't fake it for the internet. It is what it is with me. So anyway, okay, his baby mama was telling me that he had 7 kids, but he was like, she just hating, she lying with the woo. And so she was like, she got 7 kids she don't take care of. So this one girl kept on popping up saying he got a baby by her, and the little girl name was Nova. She said they got a DNA test back in the day, and he was dealing with the baby. Keep in mind, when his baby mama went to prison, he got out. And he started dealing with this girl where they had a baby. He was at the hospital when the baby was born and everything. When he started dealing with me, I guess he was so embarrassed by the girl, he just got to telling me that ain't his baby. He got a DNA test and it wasn't. But his other baby mama told me that when they was together, he got a DNA test and it was his baby. So now, y'all, my antenna's going up because what is going on? Why is all these kids popping up and why are you not telling the truth about them? You know, like it's starting to not make sense to me. Okay, so anyway, when the oldest son baby mama reached out to me, she was like, hey, I seen you make a post up on the internet and saying that y'all just had Joe's oldest child. That's not true because I have his oldest child. I'm like, the little girl? She like, no, he have an oldest son. I looked at that baby one time and knew that was his twin. I knew that was his child. He was like, because I ain't get a DNA test on the baby, so I don't know if it's mine. Yes, you do, because the baby got your whole entire face. Like, you know it's your baby. He like, okay. She was like, yeah, he noticed his baby. He used to keep the baby, or he seen the baby a couple of times with the whoop. But he said she took the baby and ran to Texas, so he can't see the baby. Mind you, him and his other baby mama that he was currently with was just living in Texas. So if you was living in Texas, why would you not reaching out to see your son? Like, it made no sense to me. So we had planned on going to Texas for my kid's birthday. So I was like, I told her, like, okay, when we come down there, I will reach out to you so we can see him, you know, whatever, so he can link with him. Because I try to make sure that he's being a dad. Like, I just try to. Even though I shouldn't have to do that for a man, it's just like, he was so loving and caring and kind, and he was just everything that I could have imagined having in a man, that I tried to overlook his flaws, even though his flaws were very big red flags. Like, how can you genuinely love my kids and deal with my kids every day, take my kids to school, pick them up, and not deal with your own kids? But his baby mama already told me once he done with the baby mama, he done with the kids. And I'm just thinking, like, that's crazy. Like, but okay, months done passed. We together about 4 months now. He ain't got his kids not one time. He ain't reached out to them or nothing. So it's starting to bother me at this point, y'all. Like, it's starting to real deal bother me because I know your love for my kids not genuine, because it can't be if you can't genuinely love your own kids. Like, this don't even make sense, you know? When the oldest son mama had reached out to me, I told Joe, I was sitting in the car with Joe, and I'm like, dang, this girl DM me with the woo. Okay, he like, why now? Why now? Why now? That's what he asked her. When I called the girl on the phone, because she was like, can you call me? I called her. So we talking or whatever. He like, why now? I'm like, it don't matter if it was now, tomorrow, next year. This is your child. It don't matter why now. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. I hit her up before we went to Texas. I'm like, we would like to get him woo the woo. With her being a mama, she say, nah, y'all can't get him because he don't know him like that. He ain't seen him in 7 years. But wherever y'all go, I will meet y'all so he can meet him, spend time with him or whatever. Joe like, I don't need nobody bodyguarding me while I'm watching my kid or while I got my kid. Whatever, it's straight, it's good. I'm just ain't gonna get him. I'm just not gonna get him. Whole time, you just didn't want to get him. Because it don't matter. If you ain't seen your son in 7 years and she letting you see your son, you gonna run, jump, skip, and hop at the opportunity. You don't care where she gotta be. She can be with us, we're doing whatever we doing. You can just act like you don't know her. You know what I'm saying? So boom, y'all. We end up actually going to Texas. He didn't even offer his daughter to go. I did that. I went to Old Navy. I bought her some outfits. I bought her some shoes and everything. Mind you, he gave me $500 for Iman outfits, Iman shoes, Iman birthday. He didn't spend a dime on his daughter stuff that she needed for the birthday. But I'm not that type of person. When I order her stuff, when I order me some stuff, I order her some stuff too. Got her outfits for my kids and everything. Anyway, long story boring. We at the in Texas. So the daughter get the phone. She was on a FaceTime with her brother. I guess they talked. She gets the phone. She brings it to our room at the Airbnb. And the little boy is on the phone, y'all. My mouth dropped because the daughter don't know what's going on, that her daddy is not interested in this child. He really ain't interested in you either. I'm forcing him to be interested in you, but he for sure ain't interested up in this other child. So she's trying to see her brother while we down here. She bring him the phone. He gets so mad at her. And he played it off a little bit. Then he got the phone. He tell her, don't ever do that again. If somebody called that phone and want to talk to me, don't give me no phone. Because he was not trying to get that baby while he was in Texas. He wasn't trying to see him, spend time with him or nothing. I'm like, huh? But when I was with my baby daddy, my Draylee daddy, he already had a daughter or whatever. And I got a bond with her because me and my baby daddy was together for years. Even when we went together, I always had a bond with her. She lived in Texas also. I want to pick her up. I love her. I look at her like she's my child. Me and her mama locked in, cool. We had our problems, but we cool. I want to pick mine up. I know I miss her. I ain't seen her. If I can do that with a child that's not my blood child, why are you not doing that with your own son? Why are you not feeling the same type of way with your own son? I just don't understand that. So he said some of the slick stuff like, I'm paying for these kids that I got here. I'm not paying for no extra kids. One thing about my baby daddy, he sent me money for him, for his daughter, for me, and for Dre. We don't need you to pay for nothing. And if he didn't send the money, I would have still covered it because I genuinely love this little girl like she's mine. When I get attached to step kids, I'm attached to them for life and after. It's forever with us. That's just how I roll. I love kids, period. I don't play that type of stuff. So you don't even got to say that because this one right here, she's good. But anyway, mind you, he ain't seen his son in 7 years. I just ain't seen my baby daddy daughter in a couple of months, and I missed her wholeheartedly. I flew to her. As soon as I made it down there, before I made it down there, I was calling her mama, where my baby at? Where's my baby at? But everybody not genuine. Okay, so that was it. We never got the son. We never seen the son the whole time we was down there, nothing like that. So that was that. Okay, so boom. His baby mama goes to jail because she was telling him she don't want me around her kids, whoop the whoop, real weird. That's neither here nor there because it's not even about her. Anyway, she go to jail. Her mother-in-law, her stepmama reaches out. Her daddy wife, her stepmama reaches out to us and say, hey, AZ and Joe, how y'all doing? so-and-so's in jail. We was wondering if y'all wanted to get the kids. He like, next weekend. I'm like, no, right now. He like, okay, I'll get one of them. I said, no, you're getting both of them, because mind you, he got stair steppers by this baby. If they supposed to have a younger baby that's a couple of months, but he say that baby ain't his. I don't know. Ain't no telling with him, because at this point, is Joe even your name? Y'all, I just need to say this because why are y'all on my page? What's going on? The baby mamas is killing me in my motherfucking comments. Steady trying to comment up on my thing, trying to get my TikTok clout. Y'all not getting this clout? I'm straight up deleting. It's only one baby mama that I allow to comment up on my stuff. Anybody else that's on here, you getting deleted. You trying to get my TikTok clout? Cause why are you on my stuff? Don't do that. Get off my page. Don't do that. Do not do that. Get off of my page. What are you doing? Ain't nobody asked for no validation or no reassurance and none of that. Get off my page. I don't know what y'all got going on, but hey, this is not that. Get off my page. Get off my page. I don't care who belong to who. Get your own TikTok clout. Don't try to use my motherfucking TikTok clout to get your page jumping. You won't get paid off me, my baby. What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all is tripping. Get off my page. Oh, I stood. What is going on? Ain't nobody ask y'all nothing? Like, I don't have no bad blood with Joe. I hate that this happened. I hate that it had to get to this point with all the stuff that we've been through. Because I only even told y'all about the kids. I ain't told y'all about everything. Like, the kids is not the only reason that this went on. So, I hate that it came to this. You know what I'm saying? Because I genuinely thought I found my person. Like, but I still joke with him. I was just on the phone with him earlier. And he was saying, you wrong for your TikToks. So we laughed about it. And I was like, is you gonna get my nails done? Is you gonna take me out to eat? Like, I'm just, like, I'm not really gonna go out to eat with him or nothing like that. Like, I really do want him to get my nails done, though. I ain't lying. But, like, we cool. You know, it's hard to just let something go that you just so used to. So, I'm just happy that I'm strong enough to remove myself out this situation. But I will miss him, you know what I'm saying? At least for right now. But I move on faster than Mexican music, bitch. But I'm just saying, like, right now, it only been a couple days. It's fresh. But it's like finding out that somebody is the complete opposite of the person that you thought they was is crazy. Like, what I always say, she gonna hate me when she find out I'm the perfect pretender. Like, for real. This is like borderline scary because he is literally nothing I thought he was. It was all fake, y'all. Okay, y'all, so Joe was getting his clothes out the storage one day because all his clothes was in the storage before we moved together because he had it all up in his apartment. But when his baby mama found out about us, she got him evicted. So he moved his clothes to the storage and stuff, and he was just like basically spending nights in my house going to the storage. When we moved together, he went and got all his clothes out the storage. So it was a pair of shoes up in his storage that he didn't want. It actually was a couple pair. Okay, when his daughter came over there, he ended up giving his daughter a pair of shoes that he didn't want. She was so happy and excited about the shoes, y'all. She literally took her other shoes off and put them on instantly. Like, you know, she was excited about the shoes, like she was happy about them. So instead of a daddy going to go buy his child some more shoes, knowing that she's excited about these, because it's not like she don't got shoes, but she live with her grandparents, you know what I'm saying? You know grandparents don't care about stuff like that. And she young and she hip. So instead of going to go buy her some shoes, he tells her, I'm going to find another pair of shoes I don't want and I'm going to give them to you. Excuse me? If you don't want them, why is you giving them to her? Mind you, the red and black 12s had just came out. He bought them for me, my daughter, and my son. I was telling him, like, you don't got to buy them for Dre. I need to go over here. I was telling him, like, you don't got to buy them for Dre because their daddy bought it. Me, like, he don't got to worry about it. I got it. I literally had to force him to take the money that my baby daddy gave me for Dre shoes. The only reason he ain't gonna buy them is because they were sold out, but Joe had a shoe plug. So mind you, he paying the high for our shoes. But he got them. But you telling me you finna give your daughter your hand-me-downs? Make it make sense, Joe. So y'all, I'm not gonna lie. Joe handling his business. When I came around, Joe, he had a little bankroll, but my baby daddies get money. Like, Joe flashing $6,000-$7,000, that ain't nothing, because my baby daddies get money. $6,000-$7,000, they wouldn't even put that little shit in the camera. They don't even do shit like that. My baby dads get money. So, I'm used to money. So, Joe flashing that little money, he probably think that's exciting me, but that's because when we first got around each other, you don't know how much money I got. You don't know how much money I'm getting. So, you thinking you doing something. The whole time, I'm looking at you like you got little boy money, you know, but he was genuine, he was kind, he was caring, he was loving, so I'm not even worried about how much money you got. Like, that might be something to the average female, but a female like me, That's poverty, nigga. See, Joe used to dealing with females that really don't have no motion. I get money. I'm not only just pretty and got good looks and got a nice body. Like, I'm having my way. You know what I'm saying? And I don't bare minimum my kids. I go above and beyond for my kids. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So he not used to this. So he trying to use his money to impress me. So he buying me purses. He keeping my lashes done. He keeping my nails done. He making sure my kids got everything. He paying rent. He paying bills. He doing all this. Mind you, he was just in his last relationship not doing none of this. He told me he was doing this in his last relationship. But when I get around everybody else telling me about his last relationship, they like, that ain't the same Joe I know. Because the same Joe I know wasn't doing none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not making sense to me. But I'm like, y'all lying. Y'all can't be telling the truth because I'm around him every day. I'm seeing what type of person he is. I know what type of nigga he is. They like, nah, you don't know, but you gonna see. So y'all, he like, he trying his hardest, like, to make sure, like, he taking me out to eat every day. He, you know, he doing stuff, but I'm noticing that his bankroll getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So now I'm like, okay, let's do TikTok. So I'm trying to, because I mess with him. He's so sweet. He's so kind. He's so loving. He's so caring. Let's do TikTok so you can make you some extra money. And you can use your TikTok money to pay your bills and your rent. You know what I'm saying? And have you a little extra money. So the money that you making, you know, the little extra money that you make doing what you do, you know, type, you know, like you can pocket that so you don't feel like, you know, that you going broke. Because clearly you ain't used to spending the type of money that I spend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't used to this. So in order, because I know you want to keep up because you want to impress me because you genuinely love me. So let me try to help you, try to make it easier for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't never want you to feel like less of a man. But y'all, baby, when I came up in the house with that money, that's when all hell broke loose. Y'all, it went. Okay, y'all, so boom. Y'all know before I started dealing with Joe, I was already on TikTok. Like, I was already viral on TikTok, me and Dre. So, I had already been getting that TikTok check. But I didn't want to get the money mixed up, so I made a new TikTok page or whatever like that. So mind you, I'm still getting paid off of Dre TikTok page, and now we getting paid off that one, but we busting that one down the middle. Okay, so right after income tax season, I slowed down on doing hair because I was getting depressed. Like, y'all, sometimes I go through these little depressed stages where I just don't want to be bothering nobody. I isolate myself from the world. I block everybody because I be battling depression sometimes with my family. Like, I got some siblings that are just, like, I don't even want, this ain't even about them, but sometimes, y'all, I be depressed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be family things, and then I be going through stuff. Like, sometimes I just genuinely feel like I don't fit in this world. Like, everybody seems just, like, so fake, so messy, so miserable. Like, it's like, ain't nobody genuine no more. And, like, so when I feel like I don't fit in or something like that, I just isolate myself from the world, you know, or whatever. But either way, that's neither here nor there. That's some whole other stuff. But y'all, so boom. One day I'm in the car with me and Joe Ryan, and I tell him, like, I think I'm finna start back doing hair. He know how much money I make doing hair. Like, I make racks a day doing hair. So he was like, if you start back doing hair, that's gonna mess up our relationship. I'm like, how? He like, I never try to stop your money and nothing, but if you do, that's gonna mess up our relationship. Mind you, one day I had came home with, I let Joe borrow some money or whatever. And I ain't got to tell y'all what's for it with the woo, but I let Joe borrow some money. And so after I let him borrow the money, we was out. We was cool. We was kicking it. We was finna come home and take a nap. He like, when we come home, we gonna take a nap and then we gonna go get So boom, when I come home, I'm rubber banding my money up, putting my money up, and I peep his whole demeanor change. Like, don't get me wrong. I know men want their women to make money, but I feel like don't know men want their woman to make more money than them. And I can't help that. You know what I'm saying? That I got, like, I got a kind of a stronger hustle. And I never made him feel like less of a man. Anytime he needed some, I was there. And even though I made more money, I still let him do his things as a man. I never put it in his face. I damn near wanted to hide my money so he wouldn't know. But it was like I shouldn't have to do all that with somebody that I'm in a relationship with to make them feel secure within themselves. You was just complaining about how your last relationship, this girl was broke, woo. But now that you got me and I'm getting money, it's like, it's kind of intimidation. Like, it's like, I want you to make money, but I don't want you to make more money than me. You know what I'm saying? And I peeped it. And everything just started getting weak. So, y'all, I'm rubber banding my money. I put my money up. Joe start packing his stuff. He starts packing his stuff. And I'm just looking at him sideways because I'm confused now. Like, you were just talking about when we get home, we finna take a nap, go get the kids and all this. But now I'm dealing with my money. You start packing your stuff. So, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joe is the type of person, like, he Aquarius, like, he real, like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, instead of expressing himself, because he only expresses himself when he on the liquor. Instead of expressing himself, he wants you to guess what's wrong. So he'll start doing stuff to make you notice that he got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all can eventually talk about it. He ain't just gonna come out and say he got a problem. So he gets to trying to pack his stuff in front of me so I can talk to him and ask him what's wrong. But I'm already peeping what's going on. I'm peeping. But I'm heavy on whatever God want to be, it's going to be. So I let stuff go. You know what I'm saying? So, I never asked him, was it about the money? Because I already peeped it. I already peeped that it was about the funds or whatever. So, I ain't say nothing, y'all. That blow over, whatever. We ended up getting cool. We never just talked about the money or whatever, but we just ended up getting cool. But now in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, okay, so at any given moment, you'll get up and leave, or you will pretend to leave, because he ain't trying to leave for real. He just want to pretend that he gonna leave to get a reaction out of me. But I'm not one of them. Like, I don't do all that. Okay, so I told my homegirl was like, probably just need to get a bank account that he don't know about. Bro, I shouldn't have to do all that with somebody that I'm in a relationship with. I'm never making you feel like less of a man. I'm hustling hard, you hustling, you know what I'm saying? Everything should be everything. It's like we build it together. Sometimes it's gonna be 70-30, sometimes it's gonna be 50-50, sometimes it's gonna be 20. I feel like it don't matter who laying the most bricks as long as the house get built. That's how I feel. When I'm literally building with a partner, I feel like it don't matter who got most as long as both of us got income coming in. And I'm a Virgo. I read people. I'm damn near a psychic. Any Virgo that's going to be up under this video, y'all tell me in my line. I be knowing shit before it happen. I can walk in a room with 1,000,001 people and I can read the whole room. I can read everybody like I'm borderline psychic. So anyway, again, I fuck with them, so I let it go. Days go by, everything cool. We still cool. But in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking about this. Because what you mean if I start back doing hair, that's going to ruin our relationship? These TikTok checks ain't enough for me. I'm used to making racks every day doing hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting money, but I'm not getting the money that I used to. I'm not depressed no more. I'm not going through a depression no more. I'm ready to start back making money. Okay, y'all. So, boom. On our way back from Texas, Joe's car breaks in. We drove Joe's car to Texas, and Joe's car broke down on the way back. I don't know what made me feel like it was okay to drive a fucking Crown Vic to Texas, but I did that. I don't know. He told me his car would make it. While we there, and back. It did not. And that's when another problem occurred. Hey, Eugene, honey, you got my last video took down. They took my video down. And you just steady making posts and videos about me. It's giving obsessed. It's giving you on my life. I don't know what it is, but I already said, and I'm not going to keep on entertaining you and giving you energy. I'm not. It's like, I'm just not. I get you on my life. I get you miserable. You know, like, again, you can't go rack for rack with me or bank account for bank account. So I just don't feel you should be speaking on me in no videos. Because at the end of the day, I'm a better mom than you. I'm a better bitch than you. Like, everything about me is just better. Even with my real hair in a ponytail to the back. I know yours can't even fit up in a ponytail, honey. But even with my real hair up in a ponytail to the back, I'm that. And you hate it. That's all right. That's okay, sweetie. I understand. Misery loves company. Did
Kayla want you? I gotta find out who Kayla is.
Because honestly, I didn't even have no business feeding it to you like that. Like, I'm not even that type of person.
I'm about to start typing.
I shouldn't even posted it. Like, I get it. You going through it. You don't have anything else to talk about. Rent due. This situation is going viral on TikTok, so you just put your 2 cents in it to make you a coin. You know, on top of that, you are obsessed, but it's all right. I'm glad you got on here and said it with your little boy chest. I was going to finish the story time about me and Joe, but it's like, that's not even me. Like, I'm not even that type of person. Like, I used to be back in the day, but spiritually, I'm on another level, and I just feel like it's the devil trying to pull me back into my old ways. And all day today, I just been thinking, like, what's going on? It seems like every time, like I told y'all, I be battling with depression. It's like every time I get out of that, or I feel like, my bad, y'all, the police was coming. But anyway, it's like every time I get on this new path and I do good and I cut everybody off and I'm ready to accept my blessings that God got for me. It's like something always triggers me and pull me back and pull me back into my old ways, the old ways that I'm trying to overcome, the old ways that I'm trying to be better than, you know. And it's like, I don't know, it's like it bothers me so much because I'm a good person. Like, I'm a genuine, pure-hearted person, and maybe it wasn't meant for me and Joe to be together, you know. Maybe that was God, and it's like God do certain things and he just so mysterious and you never know. Like, maybe he was trying to save me, because y'all, when I say I genuinely didn't know a lot of stuff, like, I genuinely didn't know a lot of stuff. And it's like, when I found out, I tried to overlook it because I loved him, you know. Like, I loved him. Like, it was love. Like, the devil is so tricky. Like, he's so manipulative and so tricky. It's like, I'm convinced that I'm so happy with him and all this because this is who God wants to be for me. But I also know that if it's meant to be and if it's from God, you will know. You know when things are sent from God. You know what I'm saying? It don't be so many problems and obstacles and hurdles, and it don't be all of that. You know what I'm saying? It just be smooth. It's like you can tell when it's meant for you. But the devil also sent people in disguise too. And I just honestly feel like the devil sent him to knock me back off of my path that I was on. Because y'all, I was doing so much better. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be messy, I used to be in drama, and I'm overcoming so much stuff. When my son having autism and only having me, it made me a completely different person, y'all. Like, that made me do a 360 with my life, and I just want so much better for me, for my kids, like, for my life, period, because I know I deserve better. I know I can have better. And it's like, every time I get to that point to where I'm doing better and I know I'm going to reach my goals and I'm reaching my blessings, and it's like the devil always says something in my way. And it's so crazy because growing up, I lacked so much love. Like, I lacked love. When my dad died, I lacked love. Like, and God, the devil know how to get me through love. I can get you by putting this person and they gonna fake like they love you. Like, they gonna pretend that they love you, and it's gonna knock you right back up your path. It's gonna trigger you into being the old you. It's gonna bring out your old ways. And it's so crazy because, y'all, I just been sitting and thinking all day that's exactly what's going on. Like, God want me to move on gracefully, but it's like the devil want to trigger me and make me be the old AZ, and I don't want that. So I'm ending the story time because I know God got so much in store for me. I know that I'm a chosen child, and I know that God loved me, and I know that he got so much for me. Like, he got so many big plans for me, and I know everything that I manifest and I pray for is gonna come to pass. I just gotta stay focused, and I'm not gonna lie, this whole Joe thing threw me off because it hurt me. But yeah, the devil ain't gonna win this battle, baby. Hey everybody, I'm just here to update y'all because everybody's been calling my phone and my phone has been on D&D. I look crazy, I know. I'm going through it. I'm going through it. I'm just here to update y'all because I'm taking a break from the phone. Calling me, and I just want them, instead of calling everybody back, I was just gonna update them. When I update y'all, I'm fine. Growing up in a black home, you're taught that depression isn't real. Well, at least in my household, I know I go say, Mama, I'm depressed. Girl, you alright, go drink some water, and it's real. And also, when you mature, you realize that your family is mentally ill, and they don't know that, you know, and they think they're normal. And when you start to detect the mental illness, it causes you to look at everybody crazy and kind of fall back, because, not saying you don't have it, but it's like you know that there's something that you're dealing with, and you know you want to fix it and you want to change it so your kids don't have to deal with it. And it's like, when you want to save your kids from it or keep your kids away from your family because you picked up on the fact that everybody in your family is insane, they feel like you wrong, or you shouldn't take the kids away, or you're doing it out of spite. And then whole time I'm not being spiteful, I'm saving my kids from going through what I went through, that it took me 26 years to realize that I've been going through for so long, you know. And it's like it's just so hard. Like, when you don't have anybody, you double back. You know your family is mentally ill, and you don't want to deal with it, but it's like you go back to it, and you go back to it because that's all you know, and you just so used to it, and eventually it breaks you. It breaks you. And I think that's just what I'm going through. I feel like it finally broke me because I just kept going back and just kept going back and kept dealing with it, and it finally just broke me, and it put me in deep depression. And I'm not afraid to say that I suffer from depression. I'm human. I'm just human, and I'm trying, and I'm trying to get through it, and I'm trying to overcome it, but it's so hard. It's hard, and it takes time. Also, growing up in a black home, they don't believe that you need counseling, or you need to see a therapist, or you need to talk to somebody, and you do. Because sometimes I just feel like when my son having autism and being nonverbal, and I'm the only person he got, a lot of times that's the only thing that saved me, because I know if I leave this earth and I leave him here, he's going to be very much mistreated. Ain't nobody going to love him and treat him how I do. Draylen's going to be okay, but he going to suffer. And I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for my kids. I want better. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of praying. And, you know, it don't happen overnight. It's just something that I got to deal with, that I got to get through it. But I will, and I'll get through it. And I appreciate everybody for the messages and the DMs and the prayers and all of that. I don't think I overlooked it, because I did not. But I put my phone down for a while, and I'm taking a mental health break, and I'm working on myself. So
y'all talking about Joe with 7 kids? Are y'all talking about the Joe who stole my car, my Mercedes Benz? That Joe? The Joe that when I came out the movie theater, my car was gone, and Joe and his baby mama was out riding all night in my car, and my mama credit cards was in there. The same Joe who owned people turned him in, and he called me the next day about my car that he stole. That Joe? If so, then I have a story time for y'all.
Damn, Joe.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Joe and his baby mama did some time behind that. I can't remember. I gotta go check the records, because I think we definitely pressed charges. Because no, you were not getting away with that. So this was like some years ago when like Meet the Blacks had came out. And me and my mama had went to the movies. The Rave movie theater. If you from Little Rock, Arkansas, then you know the Rave movie theater. Okay, so we come out the movies, and I'm like, where's the car? And my mom was like, maybe we parked somewhere else. I'm like, nah, we parked right here, and the car is gone. Like, the car is missing. The parking spot is just as empty as it can be. Car gone. So the car is gone. My mama is hyperventilating. She's upset. She like, we gotta call the police. But then my mama starts to realize that all of her credit cards, driver's license with our addresses on it, everything is in the car as well. Mind you, if you have one of these, like in a Mercedes, you see these, it can be hooked to your garage. So therefore, they can just look at my mama's driver's license, see the address, and then go to the house, get in the garage, and get stuff. So like, it was like a disaster. So my mama called the neighbor and was like, have you seen anybody at our house? You know, our car just got stolen. Can you come and get us? Like, my car's in the back and everything. So, yeah, all that happened. So then my mama was like, I need to call and cancel my credit cards. So as she's calling to cancel her credit cards, before she cancels them, she's like, what's my last purchases? And the people are like, well, you was just at like Little Caesars maybe like 10-15 minutes ago. My mom was like, I ain't had no ride to no Little Caesars, and I ain't been in no Little Caesars. And then I was like, well, and you been at Sears. My mom was like, Sears? I'm at the movie theater. So they were using her credit cards. So we just decided to go to the Little Caesars, the one that they used it at, and we come through the drive-thru like, has a white Mercedes Benz been through here and stuff like that? And she was like, the dude was like, no, like he didn't know them, but it was like another worker there that was like, yeah, they just came through here. I know him too, and his name is Joe. And she said his last name, but I ain't gonna put his last name out there like that. But she was like, his name is Joe. So we like, oh, okay. So then she tells us who else was in the car, and I'm like, you're a real one. I like you. So she told us all that. So being the little detective that my mama is, so she goes on his Facebook, finds his Facebook. Well, let me backtrack. The girl said that he was black with red dreads. So when we go to his Facebook page, and because we had his name, there he was, black kid with red dreads. So then we lurking, we on Joe page, and we done found his daddy page, and my mama inboxing his daddy, or inboxing anybody that's close to him, letting him know, like, we know you got our car, bring our car back. So as we are sending them messages and stuff, we had to go home and let the air out of our other tires, because they had the whole car. They had the keys and everything to our other Mercedes. You know, they had her credit cards, driver's, they had everything. So we had to change the locks on the house. We had to do all this in one night just so they would not come and try to like take anything else. So then we find an address on Google that's possibly Joe's. So we go to the address, but it's an apartment complex and it's a gate, and it was like in like a not so safe part of the city. So we ain't finna try to get up in here and try to do any of that. So let's not worry about it. So we just left, and we just still doing our investigations. But then Joe's dad calls us from the message that my mama sent him on Facebook.
I see a lot of people are asking, like, why y'all didn't call the police? Well, we did call the police. They met us at the movie theater. But, like, they don't move fast enough for us. Like, if you from where I'm from, we want our car back tonight. We're not trying to wait a week or two for you to do an investigation. My mama would do her own investigation, and she did. And also, I saw something about like Sears. So they had an inside person that they knew worked at Sears. That's how they was able to get all those gift cards worth $1,000 and run up my mama credit cards in Sears. And the person that helped them do that at Sears got fired for that as well. So while all this is going on, and my mama had inboxed Joe's dad on Facebook, this was floating around on social media. Okay, so Joe's dad had called my mom and was like, he was seeing about the stuff on social media about his son, and that he didn't know nothing about it. He was a very respectful and nice guy, y'all. So I'm guessing word must have got back to Joe that we was onto him. So we end up having to like go to bed that night. Of course, my mama had to change the locks, like I said, let the tires out the other car, because they had the keys to the other car. Like, they had all her credit cards. Like, it was a lot that they had. Like, they had access to us, like, with everything. So, of course, like I said, we went by the apartment complex that was listed for Joe, but we could never get in the gate or whatever. And then it was just, like, a bad area, so we weren't trying to, like, get shot or nothing. Okay, so the next morning, my mom like, nah, we finna get through this gate. Like, I want my car. I wonder, is at this apartment complex? But then we get a call from Joe. And Joe calls like, I don't have your car. Like, I didn't steal your car, but I know where it is. You know where it is? Okay. So then he says, your car is at this apartment complex. And he named the apartment complex, which is like on University here in Little Rock. So we called the police and was like, can y'all meet us here? Because we ain't trying to walk into no ambush. So we get to the apartments, and the police are fingerprinting the car, taking fingerprints at the car, examining the car. And then they realized that the car inside was like, they toured through everything, pulled out everything, ransacked through everything. And then they pulled this down, the rearview mirror. They pulled the rearview mirror down because in the Mercedes, that's where your tracker is. So they were just like, they weren't trying to like get tracked. So they pulled it out and left wires hanging and everything. So then we get in the car, and I realized my iPad and some other stuff is gone. Like, they left the car but took that, and he told us where the key was, so that's how we got to the car.
And I'm like, oh no. So we called Joe. Joe, where's the rest of our stuff at? And he like, I don't know. And my mama like, quit playing with us. Like, where's our stuff? He was like, well, I'll meet you on Walgreens on Baseline and give you the rest of it. But I thought you didn't know where it was. So we get to the Walgreens on Baseline. We waiting. Nobody shows. But then all of a sudden, I can't remember if he called us and told us to go inside or we just went inside. But there was my backpack with my iPad and all my stuff in Walgreens behind the counter. Like, we went on a whole goose hunt. Now, I don't know if he knew somebody at Walgreens or he just sat it back there and said, hey, somebody coming to get this. Because they weren't trying to be identified and they weren't trying to get caught. And they, mind you, they still had the other key to our other cars. So I think they gave that back in the backpack too. And my mama was like, I know y'all still got my driver's license and I know you know where I stay at, but if you think you finna come to my house and try to do something later, you got another thing coming. Like, don't come into my house because I'm gonna handle that. You know, my mama don't play. So we got the car back, and I guess most of the stuff, we really don't know what all they took because there was a lot of stuff in the car. Mind you, this is my car that I drive to school every day. So I'm a high school teenager with all this stuff in my car. But my mama did press charges, and I think they did go to jail for that. Now, I don't know how much time each person got or any of that, because I want to say they were throwing charges around on each other because it was more than one person in the car. But yeah, somebody did some time for that. And yeah. Okay, so now that I talked to my mom, I just realized something. We never got the other key back to the other Mercedes. So remember in the previous video, I said that when our car got stolen, we had to come home and let air out of the other tires to our car. That was for the other Mercedes because I had one and my mom had one. And we had to pay to get a new key to get the truck program, the key to the other truck program, because so the key that he kept wouldn't work. I don't know if they were thinking they was gonna keep the key and come back to our house later and try to get the other truck, but we had to pay like $300 to $400 for a different key because you know Mercedes keys are expensive. So we had to get a new key program, so the key that they had didn't work because he never gave that key back.
I wasn't gonna say shit, but I'm gonna go ahead and clock it. Let's clock out the whole motherfucking internet. Rode the next bitch bandwagon that I told y'all didn't know nothing about. Y'all just be riding motherfuckers bandwagon off of what y'all see on the internet. Y'all sit on y'all phone, don't be knowing what the fuck be going on, and y'all just be talking about, oh, she doesn't bother people, she's such a sweet girl, and yeah, she been had this and been had that going on. But now a whole life is falling apart. Your husband is broke. I thought this was your husband. You didn't know he was broke. You just not finding out he's broke. It ain't so funny when your bullshit coming out the closet, huh? Hoe had they mouth on me and David's situation. Now I get to laugh at you in your nigga situation. Y'all see how God, I'm telling y'all, I'm really one of his favorites. He really don't play around about me. Bossy say, your ass next. I can't wait to see how God handle your ass, huh? Because you up next now, and I'm just letting you know, I'm just sitting back laughing at this bitch. How you only receiving a disability check, bitch, and fucking from nigga to nigga to keep afloat, bitch. You don't got nothing going, bitch, and that her ain't selling. How you become a wig influencer for other wig companies, but you sell her, and you ain't even promoting your own shit, bitch. It's not making sense to me. I'm up today, and yep, I feel like starting some shit, and yep, it's unprovoked, bitch. A bitch unprovokingly sit up on this motherfucker and told all my business, bitch. The only reason you had see on me, bitch, is because I sit on here and I tell my own business. Let's talk about it. I got time today. See, I was quiet because when I said I didn't know you, I really didn't know you. But now, I'm finna read your ass for filth. Okay, y'all, so. And obsessed is crazy. I literally be sitting right here minding my business. Y'all, this is funny. I cannot stop smiling. This shit is so funny. I should be seeing her minding my business and bitch's tea lands in my lap. I was waiting on it. It always work out like this. So I received an email from one of the baby mothers of one of the niggas that Azzy is fucking with. Let me show y'all. I covered the girl name, but y'all see that shit. I got an email, but let me read the email for y'all. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, girl. Let me start by saying I'm a huge fan of you and your kids, and when that shit went down between you and Azzy and the way people was flipping on you for a bum ass bitch and attacking you was crazy. Because I know the real about her and everything that bitch be saying is a lie. She a big ass fake and a hypocrite. This girl can't keep a nigga for 6 months and always breaking up happy homes fucking with somebody nigga. And she always started off as a side chick and then the bitch turns into a psychopath. This whole Joe thing being a fake from the motherfucking jump to help her get followers on the internet from the start. And the way she talked about Joe baby mama keeping the kids away, she's the same way with hers, especially her little boy daddy. I wish her page was still up on Facebook so the world can see how delusional she is. She harassed this man but keeps his son away from him. Also, she's embarrassed about her little boy disability until she couldn't hide it no more. Now, all of a sudden, that she has your followers, she's an autism mommy. But honestly, she don't even want the little boy. She just want to get the check for him. Now she's back fucking with the little boy daddy since Joe broke his head. She really never stopped fucking with him. This bitch got so many niggas. She got different niggas around her kids every 30 days. Now she exposing Joe when he was clearly gay from the jump. Had him around her non-verbal son, which says a lot. Girl, it's so much I can keep on telling you, but the bitch should have never started no beef with you because I'm finna give you all the tea on her now. Make her famous. Getting up on the internet and calling my daughter SULT and yours is SLOW is crazy. Autumn is a SULT, but at least she can speak for herself. Your son is non-verbal. He slow. On top of that, I'm done. I'm tired of playing with you. Azzy, whatever your name is, bitch, you're not bad. You look ugly, bitch. You shaped up like a toothpaste. You built like this. This how your body look, and somebody needs to tell you that, like, no cap. It ain't nothing bad about you, bitch. You're built bad. This is exactly how your body look, bitch, on my soul. Like, nothing look cute about you. You can't properly carry a baby. You gotta go to IVF, and you want to have another SLOW ass baby. It's crazy. But what I want your ass to do is get off that internet and get on that bridge. Talking about going band for band. Let's go bullet for bullet. Let's do that one. I want to do that one. Let's do that one. On top of that, girl, you gonna say let's go band for band after you just received the motherfucking insurance check from a wreck and then got back pay for that SLOW ass kid of yours. Girl, get the fuck on somewhere.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back at the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard Deals. Your boy keeps it lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the links down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com. Yes, we got HiveMindLabs.com, okay? And where you can unbig that back, okay? Or your backside could be looking like AZ's. And hit the link down below. We got Moog's Coffee, and we also got Opulence Scents, okay? Opulence Scents, get you a 3-wick candle. Ball out on the candles, okay? Now, who we got on the screen? We got Joe and AZ. Now, I showed y'all 3 situations. One of them being who did she fall in love with or who she get engaged to or something. But whatever the case may be, that's Joe. And clearly Joe has, you know, I don't know. She's saying Joe is broke. Joe don't mess with his kids. Now, Joe, you gotta do better, dog. You know, y'all on here making TikToks and stuff like that. Her body ain't that bad. I mean, at least the thighs look like they match. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Joe, you gotta take care of your kids. They say that this is fake. People are saying it's fake, but then I wouldn't want you to fake that I'm a deadbeat, even if it's for a little bit. But then you see she really going through some stuff, so you kind of be like, maybe it's real. And then like baby mamas are actually reaching out to her, and in the comments she said this baby mama's in the comments. So is it baby mamas? Like, she blocking them. I thought I was gonna get a story time from one of the baby mamas, but it was actually a girl who said Joe stole her car some time ago. So, you know, Joe got some growing up to do. You know, he probably got it together now. That's probably behind him now. And you know, I don't know. I was kind of off put by Joe. She on here on TikTok, you know, doing all this stuff, and Joe don't want to see his kids. Like, bro, like, why are you still with him? Like, you need to cut that off. I know you might have some love for him, and y'all love may be deep, but shawty, if you have a kid with that man, when they tell you who they are, believe them. Okay? If he don't want to mess with his own kids, like, that should be enough. I wouldn't even mess with a woman who don't even have her own kids. Like, if you're a woman and your kids get taken away, or your kids is living with your grandma, or you dating a guy and he don't have no type of relationship with his kids, he can't call them, they can't call him, vice versa, whatever the case may be. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think all this is a little suspect. But anything for clout, clicks, and views, you know what I'm saying? And then the other girl, the girl with the stolen car, just threw that in here. I thought it was going to be a baby mama. I did not know. I just seen the story and she was talking about it. She had a part 1 or 2. So I was like, okay, this is Joe. No, it's not about Joe. It's actually about, well, it is about Joe. It ain't about Joe being a baby daddy. It's about Joe stealing a car. And then the last story is Kayla G. I guess AZ and Kayla G. Kaylee or whatever. They had some beef, and I've seen. I think I did a video on Kaylee before. Kayla or whatever. But yeah, man. So now that they had some beef and back and forth, and now they coming up, and now that AZ is telling her story, and Kayla G is like, well, you go low, I go lower, and that's what she's doing. And damn, to talk about the kid like that, that's wild. I don't know. It's a lot of people who are really upset with Kayla G right now. They's like, I didn't like you before, but now I don't like you. Or they say, I used to like you, but now I don't like you because of this thing she was saying about that kid. Like, that's crazy. That's a little below the belt. I guess I don't know what AZ said about it, so because that video I guess she said was taken down. I don't know what she said about it. It could have been messed up. So I'm not gonna say that AZ is just out of the clear with all this, because obviously there's some real live beef there, and when children get brought into it, it's going a little too far. Y'all talking about meeting on the bridge. I'm guessing that's the bridge between Arkansas and Tennessee that goes into Memphis, and she want her to pull up. So, you know, I don't know, man. Pray for these families, because whatever they got going on, it's a lot. And pray for AZ's mental, because I know it's a struggle. And, you know, I'm dealing with some mentals right now. Not mine, but, you know, we got to deal with it accordingly. So, there you have it, man. Everyday people, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.